Memory Cove in quite choppy conditions to begin our trek around the national park, 55 nautical miles to Avoid Bay. Tyler's about to go out and put a preventer on the main, so he's getting into his life jacket and we're going to harness ourselves onto the boat so that he doesn't fall off. So what have you done?
Put a preventer on it to stop the boom from driving, stopping uncontrolled driving.
What is the update, mate?
We've got about 12 miles to go until we start approaching our anchorage for the night. At Point Avoid, or at Avoid Bay more aptly. We have done about 35 miles today so far. We've been averaging between 5.5 to 6.5 knots we've been getting.
With just the mainsail out?
Just mainsail with 2 reefs in it.
No head sail?
No head sail.
Why don't we have the heady out?
So the heady's not out because we've got following seas and we're snaking a little bit, we're sort of broaching a little bit. So I don't want to overpower the boat while we're doing that, and we're doing over 5 knots, so there's no need to overpower us for no reason.
Yeah.
Because the seas are again quite messy, but not big, but messy.
This southern, it's cold as well.
It's real cold. Yeah.
Got my little tootsies on.
Yeah, it's the middle of summer. I've got a jumper on. It's crazy.
Yeah, and intense wet weather gear.
Yeah.
Gore-Tex approved.
Gore-Tex approved.
And why are you sitting on this seat?
Oh yeah, so when we were trying to get the headsail out, I kicked the seat and it went off the back and it floated away.
Yep.
So we're out without a skipper seat.
Lucky we've still got the skipper.
Still got the skipper, just no seat for the skipper.
And we've been trying to fish today.
Yeah, we had something on earlier, but it jumped off. But this minnow that we've got on the line now seems to be doing the job. It's staying down and it just is not attracting any fish yet.
You know what they say? Plenty of fish in the sea.
Jesus Christ.
That is gross. I don't regret it, but I'm not proud of it. Low hanging fruit. we've got a bit of a situation here. Huge wave came over. Her garden was lovely while it lasted.
We are running the water maker. Super noisy. And we're just chilling out at Avoid Bay. Avoid it if you can. It's going to be a lot better than what Memory Cove was last night, I think. Memory Cove got a bit rolly when the seas turned a little bit. This is just a bit choppy, but it seems pretty well protected from the easterly winds, southeasterly winds and the southeasterly swell on the sea that we've been getting all day today. So this is going to be a pretty good stop. Just waiting for the water maker, using my measuring devices to do what it needs to do. And then I can turn that off and try and get some charge into these batteries rather than soak it all up.
Good morning. We're in Avoid Bay, and when we were coming in last night, it was like 30 knot gusts of winds into this generally what felt like really exposed area, and then we just had the best sleep. The boat was so still, the wind was coming off the land and just pushing back, so we weren't rocking at all. So the moral of the story is don't avoid Bay. So we're kicking on. We're heading to Coffin's Bay today, just in the mouth of it, not in the actual township itself because it's too shallow. But I just wanted to say good morning because we had a good sleep and it was bloody stunning. A 40 nautical mile sail ahead of us as we made our way around the Coffin Bay National Park to make it to Gallipoli Beach, where we were hoping to stay for a couple of days if the weather was right. With calmer seas today, we're trying to get into a new habit of not both being up top all day long together, so that when we cross the bight and it's just the two of us and we're on all the time for 7 days, potentially, that we feel comfortable enough for me to be up there by myself, and for Tyler to leave me up there by myself and for him to come down and get rest. So I've come down and done some work this morning. Tyler has also been below reading his book, and so it's been pretty good, feeling in a little bit more of a relaxed state. What's the update? What's the state of the seas? Looking very relaxed.
So maybe 1.5 metre seas, pretty rolly, but you know, like.
It's our waypoint?
It's our waypoint.
How many knots are we doing?
5.5. But we'll see what we're doing once we.
So we're moving. Oof. We've had to motor though a little bit, even though we've got the mainsail out, because just not a heap of wind, hey?
No.
Alright, let's do this. We're coming around the bend.
Coming round the mountain.
Coming round the bend at 6.5 knots.
Or 6 knots.
6 knots. Have you realised that we have the mainsail and the jib out and the motor off for the first time?
No, it's not the first time.
When was the first time?
When we went to Memory Cove.
I don't remember that.
Because you were editing it downstairs the whole time.
Oh, cool. I'm glad that I get to enjoy these moments as a work dog, helping us to become YouTube sensations so we can continue this life on the high seas. This is sensational.
This is what we bought into. This, not.
We have entered cray pot territory. Suddenly. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, how's this turning device? They're all over the place. A few little boats out. We're not going to catch any crays with this fishing rod, but we might catch something.
Yeah, we might have to put the crane net out when we get in the coffin.
Hopefully we don't catch onto one of these pots with our fishing line, because that'd be a bloody scenario. We've yet to catch anything. We've lost a lure, but we haven't caught any fish. Let's hope that changes, hey? We're slowly approaching Gallipoli beach in the Coffin Bay entrance, I'm going to call it. It is calm, it is warm, it is beautiful. We are going to go swimming for the first time for this trip. You look prepared? Well, you've already been out swimming in Memory Cove and you're bloody ready. I have not. I'm super excited. I hope that we see fish. I hope I don't get murdered by a shark. That's because I'm Ariel from Mermaid in a real life remake. Different waistlines, same red hair. I'm just going to see Sebastian and Flounder.
How's the swim?
Delightful. So bloody good. This is what we came for. Fresh. No fish, no sharks. What about you? You happy?
Spectacular.
It's dead good. Now I need to get inside before I get sunburnt, which is inevitably going to happen. On next week's episode, we explore Gallipoli Beach, named for the film that was shot here. Tyler tries his hand at spearfishing, and as we make our way up to Elliston, we encounter some pretty terrible waters that have us questioning whether we can really do this, whether we can cross the Bight. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to click the thumb, subscribe, say hello in the comments, and share with your friends. And we'll see you next time on Never Not Sailing. Did we tell everyone what your name was? Have we introduced you properly yet?
You've given we've told them my birth name.
Tyler?
Yeah.
No, Cinderella.
What are you talking about?
Just, you know, always working. It's beautiful Anchorage, it's gorgeous beach, and you're just doing chores.